studio right now. I wanted to talk about how the guitar is a little bit more aligned with being a percussive instrument or a rhythm section instrument than being a lead instrument. Or in more actuality, the guitar is more like a drum set than it is a horn or a voice. Now that's not to say that the guitar doesn't have its moments. Guitar solos are still aplenty. But it's important to not discount the other 98% of a song or performance where the guitar is working in the rhythm section. Guitar also has the benefit of being a polyphonic instrument, meaning that it can harmonize with itself. It can play more than one note at a time. In fact, it can play 6 notes at a time. Not many instruments are polyphonic, so when you are playing a polyphonic instrument, it's important to keep in mind where the instrument fits. Piano and keyboard instruments also share in this task of trying to find the place where they fit. Frequency-wise, you don't want to clash, and this is especially important when playing in a busy mix or band. Busy a lot of the times means that there's a lot of different rhythms happening, but it could also mean that there's a lot of instruments happening, a lot of frequencies being taken up. If there isn't an element of synchronicity happening, instruments can get lost or the whole production can sound like musical soup. It certainly won't taste very good. But if only there was some sort of grandmaster timekeeper in the band that could dictate where we play. Something that had a really good understanding of time feel and the subdivisions of the specific song. Something like a cowbell player.
I gotta have more cowbell.
No, but in actuality, the drum set is the master timekeeper, the keeper of the subdivision, and actually someone that you should try and listen to a lot when you're playing a guitar part. The drummer can actually dictate a lot of where the guitar can fit into the mix, and the simplest one to think about is where the snare drum is placed. A really simple guitar part is just doubling the snare drum with a chord stab. Something like that. Professional guitar players sometimes get paid tens or even sometimes hundreds of dollars at a time to be able to do this reliably and well. Sometimes this guitar part can make up almost the entirety of a gig. Now you're probably getting ahead of yourself and asking, well, what do I do with the rest of the kit? Well, I'll tell you. The kick drum often landing on the downbeat of the bar can actually inform a lot of what you play. Especially if there's an interesting rhythm or the drummer's going to accent a hit with a kick and a crash. The kick drum can be a really driving and grooving guitar part that is best met with doubling the bass or playing power chords. That being said, a lot of the time the kick drum's part is occupied with the bass part. So it's important to keep a mindset of doubling the bass part rather than playing some sort of contrary line to the bass player. Now you can even get creative with doubling the hi-hat, getting some interesting parts that line up with the hi-hat pattern. Keep the frequency range in mind and find something that complements the hi-hat as opposed to confuses the hi-hat. Sometimes if the hi-hat is especially busy, it's good to give it its space. Maybe find a certain part of the bar that you can accent. Playing for just the second half of the bar or finding a rhythm that fills the gaps of the hi-hat can be a way of being effective with playing in the hi-hat range. And if the band is all gone, you can let these parts imply a drum set with some really intricate guitar parts. Some of my favorite guitar players do this to great effect, and of course I have to mention John Mayer because Stop This Train is a really good representation of the entire band working together, but within just a single acoustic guitar part. But even riffing in a similar way can get you some really cool parts. So go ahead and give it a try. Maybe you'll find something cool if you're looking for a guitar part. It helps to have a really good time feel with these ideas, so make sure you're practicing with a metronome. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Daniel McLaughlin. Make sure you like the video if you got something from it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.